Hey, everybody. Hi. Can you hear me and can you see me? And who is in here? I hope you're doing fine, everybody. How was your Sunday? How was your weekend? Please say hi so I can see who's in here, either to work and work or to talk with me. I mean, it is a lot more fun if you're talking to me. I mean, I could possibly just talk to myself for, I don't know, a while, but it is more fun. Bev, hi. How are you doing? How was your weekend? So happy you're here. I hope everybody brought their coffee. Oh, see, people left me again. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing? Happy you're here too. Let me know how you're doing. Are you diamond painting or are you just listening? I have been a lazy bug today mostly. I did filled up the dishwasher, and yeah, I'm so happy you finally made it, Bev. That is great. I'm happy about that. What what was different today since you made it? I would love to know. How come you could make it today? Hey Linda, how are you doing? Glad to see you. I'm happy people are trickling in nice and slowly. You're just listening, Catherine? Well, that is quite okay as well. I have been diamond painting a little today, so I'm getting quite close to being done with my secret garden. I have run out of one color and I am waiting for some, extra supplies. A Danish girl that I know also buys from Diamond Art Club, and she'll send me some. I just hope it won't be a month or something. Otherwise, I have to put it away and wait for the drills to arrive. But I mean, both Angie and Bertha calls me picky, so that might be it. I mean, I don't want these little tabs and holes in my drills. So if that's being picky or just a perfectionist, then that's what it is. Maybe it's just because it's an older kid. I don't know. But she's cute and oh my god. I can't wait to see her done. And of course I'll make a review of her, post review, because I just want to show her off. I have seen other people finish it, and she's adorable. I've showed my sister-in-law was here yesterday, and I showed her a picture of it because it's in here in my crafting room, and I mean it isn't easy to get in here because I have so much stuff everywhere. So I just showed her a picture from when row 5 was done, and now I'm almost done with the last row. So, what are you working on? Not just today, but in general. Have you started your summer with the master's kit, or Bev crashed on the knee scooter and hurt my foot? Oh no, have to call doctor on Monday on the bed with ice and diamond painting. Oh no, Bev, I'm so sorry. Ooh, yeah, ouch. So you're doing this whole, what is it? What's it called? Something with ice, rust, elevate, something else. I can't remember. But wake up, ice on it, and keep it over half. You should keep it over heart level. Hi, Morgana, how you doing? Well, diamond painting is a perfect thing to do when you can't have around. Happy to see you, Morgana. How was your weekend? And what are you working on, everybody? Knitting, crocheting, diamond painting, gardening. And how is the weather in your end? We have had amazing weather all week. Well, almost all week. Um, I don't know if you have heard my whipping chat from Tuesday, but Monday we spent. Hold on. Oh, God. I'm still on with the yarning and everything. Monday we were at a big play park with Rosa and her dad, and Rosa preferred to play with her auntie. So I was on for most of the time, which was amazing, and we had a lot of fun. And they had one of these the toddler swings, where they have stuff around them so they can't fall off. And she wants just to go high and high. So I pushed her, and she was, so I could see it. She could see me. And I pushed her, and she would go, Auntie. And I'd go, Rosa, the Auntie, Rosa. And then when it's my turn to Rosa, I love you. I love you, Auntie. And then I love Daddy. I love Mommy. I love Uncle. It was so cute. Morgana doing great. May not be able to stay too long. I have to get in the pool and vacuum, but want to hang for a bit. Well, that sounds nice. Do you vacuum your pool? I mean, every time people say that, I'm like, you can't vacuum your pool. But yeah, you can't. I would like a pool, but I don't think the vacuum. No, not the vacuum. The we've gotten a robotic mower. Yeah, Anthony, hi. How are you doing? A rainy day hike. Ooh, and his friend, the one you met in the dog park. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm sorry about the rain. I mean, we have beautiful blue sky here. Maybe I could send you some. Catherine, you have warm weather too? Well, then you need to send something to Anthony. I mean, a rainy day hikes isn't funny. Well, I prefer to be inside. Ooh, and everybody, if you don't know, Anthony is the co-host of Summer with the Masters. So you're dog sitting. Ooh, that's a lot of fun, Anthony. So go watch his channel and go watch Katie's channel as well. And join in if you can. I need to be done with this one. And then I need to decide which painting to work on. I'm still undecided. I might choose the amethyst one just because she's been here the longest. So yeah. Yeah, they are a lot of work. You need all these chemicals and everything. Anthony sent a picture. I guess it's the doggies. Oh, look at them. It's a pity. Look, the babies. They look so happy, both of them. Puppies. Hi, Paige. How are you doing? It's a pity, isn't it, Anthony? I don't really know a whole lot of all these dogs' names, and I know Apollo. Yeah, they're so cute. They look so happy, both of them. But I mean, which dog doesn't like to go on a hike with Anthony? I mean, they're great hikes. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to being done with this so I can start my summer with the Master Kid. Hi, Leslie. How are you doing? Leslie is working on Vampire Queen from Jaded Gem Shop. Ooh, for two Pride events. That's right. We have several going, haven't we? I am considering to get that little rainbow thing from Unimate going as well. So look at that. I'll have two diamond paintings going. That is something new for me, but it is so tiny. So I guess it's fast. And I mean, if you want to do a rainbow, it's got to be in June, right? So yeah, Morgana, I think you're the only admin in here. Can you maybe link both Anthony and Katie so that people can follow them for the Summer with the Masters? That would be amazing if people don't already know about it. I don't think we have any other mods in here, unless Berta is working and lurking. You never know. I saw her earlier being up and everything, so she might be. Where are you going to hike, Anthony? Susan, hi. You just started your Summer with the Masters piece this morning. Which one are you working on? Yeah, I think I'll choose the amethyst one. Yeah, I've decided. Yay! It's only been taking me I don't know how long since I got the idleness one. Mm. So yeah, I like that. I want the what's the other one? The pink one. Jade, isn't it? I don't know. The pink one of the sing. God, not single and placing. Sorry. Oh, you're going near Boulder. Okay. The gemstones from my neighbor's outpost. Thank you, Morgana. Garden of Delight. Do I know that one? William Morris. I've heard the name at least. Hmm, interesting. I need to go check that one out on Instagram. Do I have you on Instagram, Susan? I think I do. Maybe I should just check out the hashtag. It's a tapestry. Oh, huh. Kind of like the Bosch one that both Anthony and I are very interested in. The that's the Garden of Delight too, isn't it? Where you have the Garden of Eden, then you have kind of like right now, and then you get to the future where everything is gloomy and not very nice. Isn't it? Isn't it Garden of Delight? It's okay, Morgana. It's okay. I mean, everything is here. Thank you. Isn't that the Garden of Delight? Anthony knows that. He talked about it in one of his, um, not weapon chats, but when he's out walking. I'm sorry, I'm slow thinking today. It has been quite the week. So yeah, Monday I had the play park with Rosa. Tuesday I had my grandmother lived in the senior. My mother-in-law. Sorry, I have no grandparents. Um, yes, that's right, Susan. Garden of Earthly Delights. Well, almost the same. So Tuesday, my mother-in-law is living in the senior home, and she is very, very not so social. So we've been talking about going to this chair gymnastics. And even though the activity girls in the senior home has been in asking us several times, do you want to join us? She has said no, because if you ask her, that's what she'll do. She's lazy and don't want to do anything if you give her a choice. So I decided, and I did ask her, do you want to do this with me? And she said yes. So I stood up very early in my world, got her to gymnastics, and it was kind of fun to see her. Um, Her mobility is it could be better, but again, she's almost 80. So yeah, she got her little gymnastics in, and she had a good time. But then Wednesday and Thursday, I couldn't do anything um, other than sit on my backside and sleep. Just because I'd been so busy. Well, I haven't been busy. I've been out and about for several days at a time, and that is the price I have to pay. Oh, that is beautiful, Susan. See, that is the one that Susan is working on for summer with the masters. That is beautiful. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I think Ruby is the name of the one that I want from a Neighbor's Outpost. So yeah, I was down for 2 days. Uh, what did we do Friday? I can't remember. I did my unboxing of Tweety. Have you seen that one? It's so cute and so colorful, and the amount of ABs is crazy. I don't think I have seen that many ABs. I mean, there was four big bags of 141 AB, and like four big bags, and then there was it two bags of a pink, and then there were, I mean, so many, and I can't wait to do that. But since it's taking me forever to do these diamond paintings because they're big, um, and I just take my sweet time with them because I can't work very fast. I mean, it'll be a while before I get to all of them. I need to learn how to be faster, and maybe I will learn. Anthony, I got Garden of Earthly Delights from JD Gems up in a couple of weeks ago. I still need to unbox it, but it's 120 by 130 centimeters. Wow, that's crazy. I would have thought it would be wider. Hmm. I can't wait to see it, Anthony. Oh, where did you get it from in the end? Did you get her to do it as a cross stitch? Wow. Did you get it as one big or did you divide it? Because I would be overwhelmed with such a big canvas. That is big. I think I would make it in two. 60 by 130 and 60 by 130. It is, Morgana. It's enormous. Yeah, if it was one big, I'd be overwhelmed. But if it wasn't two, it'd be okay. Isn't that crazy? I mean, give it to me in two pieces and it'll be just fine. But one, man, sorry. Oh, did any of you get anything yesterday from the anniversary sale? I I had two. Oh, she does? Cool. One big canvas. Ooh. If it wasn't so darned expensive to get it in here, I would absolutely get it. Morgana, you got three. Which ones? Oh, I have to look at it then in her shop. But I would need to find somewhere to do it. I can't be in here with that large one. Paige, you didn't get anything? Why? Leslie was only going to get one, but she got four. How did that happen? I was, for the longest time, I was like, okay, I need to have one. And then it was like one of the very, very last ones. They showed the Spangler Mansion, and I was like, darn it, I was doing so good. So I had to have two. Yeah. And now I can't wait to get that Spangler one. The other one was the Cat Clubhouse, and I mean, if anybody knew me, know me, you would know that I had to have that one because kitties. Again, I got Moon Goddess, Wishing 3, and Karamia. Ooh, Karamia is stunning. Did you get what happened to my chat? Okay. Um, did you get Karamia in round or square? I mean, I love the Adams family, and she's beautiful, but a little too dark. I mean, to me, at least. You got it in square, yay! I didn't think in the beginning that you had to choose, but yeah. Paige wasn't in love with any of them. That is cool. I mean, I was with up until Cat Clubhouse. I was like, yeah, it's okay. I don't need any of them. Then that one came out, and I saw the unboxing from Mary, and then I was like, yeah, I have to have that one. Leslie, you were going to use your points, but the 25% off convinced me to get another. Then the next day, I got FOMO and purchased two more. Oh no. You didn't get anything either, Anthony? Going on 3 months with no DAC purchases. I mean, you do have a lot. I was, when was it? Was it in January or something? Like, I'm not going to buy any more diamond paintings until I have finished more of the ones that I have in my stash, and then I don't know, 14 days, 3 weeks later, oh, I bought this and this and this. And I was like, well, how did that non-buying go? Okay, Bev. Linda got three. Which ones? Paige, you're on 2 months with no DAC. Wow. I'm. I mean, compared to last year, I mean, there is still 8 months, 7 months left. I know that. But compared to the last, what did I buy the first time? My first purchase from Diamond Art Club was July 31st of last year. And I got like 20. Well, I need to tell you that a significant part of my diamond paintings I got from Berta. She gave me 6, 7, I can't remember, but a lot. So I got most of them before Christmas, and I have bought with the two that's coming. I think I've got 6 or 7 this year. So I've been good. Linda, you got Mooncatcher, Cloud Angel, and Lead Me Tonight. A Mooncatcher, I know. Cloud Angel, possibly. Lead Me Tonight, I don't know. The Mooncatcher is the one with the moon and the pretty girl, isn't it? She was stunning, and I put her to my wish list. She's kind of reminded me of Josephine Wall. And I went back and looked. Usually, when we have the votes, I save the pictures of the ones that I vote on. I don't know why, but I do. And I went back and looked for some of the pictures that I saved, and several of these that was released in the anniversary was from votes in August, I think. Hi, Glitter Angel. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. Lead Me Tonight was the Yume art with the instrument. That was beautiful. Paige, I bought so much DAC last year, it was not sustainable at all. It was my first year of diamond painting, though, and it was a fun adventure. Well, you know, if you want to, go it. And if you can pay your bills, then get it. Leslie, I got the black cat, the two witches, and the pink ghost castle one. Oh, that one is beautiful, but it's a round, isn't it? Yeah, violin one was beautiful. Thank you. I'm doing okay as well. Um, I'm just still tired. But we had we had my sister-in-law over yesterday, and even though it wasn't, for the entire day, it's still it sounds so horrible when I say it, but it's tiring because I use energy, for being social, and we cooked the most delicious Italian dish. Oh my God. I love it. And we make it, I don't know how many times have you made it by now? A lot. It is, I mean, I just love it. Hey, Francesca, how are you doing? I'm so happy you're all here. Leslie, enjoy both round and square. I got the Cat Clubhouse and the Spangler Mansion, the Winter or something. I can't remember the name of it. I saw it, I bought it. Um, oh, I'm happy to hear that, Francesca. So yeah, and then I put I don't know, I think two in the wish list. So yeah, but the pink castle was beautiful. It's one of those where I like, oh no, why did it have to be around? But then again, I mean, I don't need that many. With the amount of time I take to finish one, I need less. Don't tell my husband I said that, okay? Shh. He's been away. He just came home an hour ago or so. He's been out riding his gravel bikes with a bunch of coworkers. So he left early this morning, and yeah, he. But how much was it? 68 kilometers or something. They drove on their bikes, and then they had a barbecue, and yeah, it sounds like they had a lot of fun, which is I'm happy about that. So yeah, so I've been home alone, and I found out today because nobody was here to chase me out of bed, but our clock will actually chime for 45 minutes. Yeah, I know, Leslie, it is big, and I love it, but it'll be a while before I get to it. So yeah, I had my alarm clock chime for 45 minutes before I woke up. Yes, Francesca. Apparently I was tired. And usually I have David to chase me out of bed when it has chimed for 5 minutes. So apparently I was dreaming something that had the same noise in it. I mean, yeah. I woke up and I was like, oh, it just went off or something. It went on or something. And then I got out of bed and got it to shut up, and then I went out to see what time it was, and I would just looked at the clock and be like, that can't be right. But it was, and I was a little how did that one go on for 45 minutes and I didn't hear it? And I told David when he came home, and he just looked at me. So you slept for 45 minutes while that thing was chiming? Say, apparently yes. But I mean, I had to be tired, otherwise I wouldn't woke. I would have woken, right? Yes, Paige, they are so beautiful. I've been trying to decide because apparently it is one of his seasonal houses. So I have been trying to decide which season One Enchanted Evening would be. Because now I have the One Enchanted Evening, and then I have the springtime something, and now the winter one. So I think the One Enchanted Evening would be the summer one, maybe, because there is a autumn one. I don't know if that is the one that's called something with Trick or Treat. Hi Dawn, how are you doing? Happy to see you. So yeah, if I've calculated correctly, the last one in that series would be the autumn one, Trick or Treat or something. So yeah, I hope that one will be coming out soon. Maybe Black Friday. Hi Snuggy, how are you doing? Yay, a lot of people in here. I'm glad you're all here. So yeah. Ooh, remember to drink your coffee while it's hot. The autumn one is your favorite, Leslie? I can't wait for it to come out. I mean, to be released. And I hope it is as big as the winter one and the Enchanted Evening. I was actually a slight disappointed about the springtime one because it's so much smaller. And yeah. Snuggy, you're folding 8 bags of clothes. Damn. Oh, that reminds me, I have some red clothes to fold. Maybe do that later. When I'm done with my life here in, I don't know, a few hours or so, I have to take a shower so that we can change the bedding because some of my new medication makes me quite warm when the weather is warm. I read that somewhere. I don't remember who had a thing on their Facebook that said something like if you take one of these medications, there is a risk of dehydration and overheating when it is warm outside. And I looked at that list and I go, "Oh, I'm taking that one." And all of a sudden, a bunch of things made sense. So yeah. Yes, Nike, are you on Instagram? And do I follow you already? Or do you follow me? I need to find out. Yes, thank you, Morgana. I need some thumbs up. Hi, Claudia. Oh, you have the Trigger Treat one from Hate? Oh, isn't it beautiful? How far along are you? Snuggy, you went to the laundromat 2 days ago and forgot to fold them? You know, 2 days, that isn't too bad. Hi, Robbie. How are you doing? You just got up? Well, that is good. How did you sleep? I I still have to purchase all the things for the cross stitch conversion event. I don't know. So much is going on. Yeah. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Robbie. You're currently 22.8% done. It's a very long way to go, but 22% is good. Snikey has no Facebook. You just started TikTok. Nothing on there. I have YouTube and a Facebook group, which is the same as my channel. Okay, well, I need to look at that one. One of the moderators, can you please find Snuggy's YouTube? Pain brain today, people. Oh, it is okay, Snuggy. I mean, we all do what we do. It's so funny. I think more and more people are going away from Facebook into Instagram and TikTok. And I do have a TikTok, but I don't really use it. Oh dear. Yeah, there's no small projects and hate. I know that. What was it? Mine would be, hold on, 174 by 140 centimeters. That's why I have to split it up into 8 because otherwise I'd never be able to do it. Thank you, Morgana. I'm going to open that so I have it later to look at and subscribe. I don't know. Have I subscribed already? Yes, I am subscribed. See, I did good. I am subscribed to you, Snaggy. I try to subscribe to if people subscribe to me with a open channel, I don't know what that is. Um, I follow back, but most channels are closed for some reason, so I can't see them. So it's only if I see you in here and you have a channel that I can you know be linked in here. Otherwise, yeah. Oh, Francesca has diamond painting question for the crowd. Francesca, should we do it as always? I go to the office and you ask a question because apparently I have a weak bladder today. So Francesca's gonna ask you all a question. I go to the office and when I come back, I'll answer it myself. Okay? Okay. See you in a minute. Okay, shall we see what Francesca was asking? Okay, Francesca, how many of you have tried DACs, all 13 facets, and how many of you have tried the 20 facets? Dawn, I already know your answer. Dawn, I've tried both. Snuggy, I think the new drills are better. They fit better. Paige, yes to both. Leslie, I have no clue. I just did a new round but didn't notice a difference. Haven't done a newer square yet. Claudia says both. I have tried both, Francesca. And this one, I am pretty sure is a 13 faceted one. And my Newton Nifla had both. Okay, Francesca, if you had to rate their older mixed 9 and 13 faceted drills versus their old 13 versus their newest all 20, how would you rate all three on a scale of 1 to 10? I've never tried the 9 and 13 faceted one because I'm late to the game. Nina, hi, you're not late at all. I mean, well, yeah, we've been here 40 minutes, but nobody can be late in here. Francesca, I actually like the new ones, but they are more pointy to the touch. If you run your hand over them, they are more pointy than the 13 ones. I mean, the 13 ones, when you run your hand over them, they are softer to the touch, while the nude one that I did was both. And you could feel when you got to the 20 ones because it was kind of stabby. I don't know if it's just me. How are you doing, Nina? Francesca, they are more pointy. Do you think the 20 facet ones are more brilliant? They do shine a lot more. I mean, even this one shine. Page 7, maybe for the older ones. The newer, all 13 are close to a 10, and I haven't worked enough with the newest ones to comment. I would rate 9 and 13 about 5, 20 facet. I would rate a 9. Oh, that's cool. I don't know. I actually think that both have their own um, charm, I think. Because I like that the 13 ones are smooth. Hi, Angie. Anthony, the rain here is making things super green. I sent you a couple pics. Thank you, Anthony. I would love to see them. I saw the one on your Facebook. I don't know if you've seen it. Despite I'm not Facebook friends with you, you keep popping out on my suggestion list. That's kind of funny. Um, but I love seeing pictures of the puppers. Um, where was I? How are you doing, Angie? Everybody's saying hi to Anthony, who's been here for a while. And Angie, Nina, you're fine. A bit tired or maybe exhausted. I've been dog sitting until this afternoon, so now I'll take a few days doing nothing. Loves Kylie, but with Julius and her, it's kind of hard work. I believe you. Take a few days. What happened to my phone here? Ah, yeah, you need to take a few days off. Oh, with Angie here, I won a gift card from her from Diamond Painting Shop. Yeah, so that's cool. Thank you, Angie. Oh, I can believe that, Angie. It's been a long few weeks, a few months, and you had so much going on, so you need a little break, I think. I mean, for hosting your own events, now you can just do summer with the masters. I know, but the problem, Angie, is that most of them are rounds. So yeah, and then again, the issue with not the issue, but the something is that they don't do anything with that. So I have to pay $25 in fees and then customs on top of it to get them into Denmark. So it doesn't know. No, yeah. Yeah. That is why I prefer either European shops or Diamond Art Club. I think Dreamer Designs and Craftably also has the paid customs. I don't know. I need to keep an eye out from Anthony's pictures. Oh, and I don't know if a lot of you know, but there is some crafty Zooms channels out there. And I was part of one for quite a while back. Sorry. Um, oh, the yarning is annoying by now. Um, then I came back to it. So, I mean, 4 or 5 nights this week, I've been talking to people on a Zoom call. It's so fun. And it's like you have company while you're diamond painting. I like that. Again, I'm going to head out. We'll see you all next weekend. Have a great week. Okay, Morgan, it was so nice to see you here. See you next weekend. Have a great week. Bye. Sorry, Francesca. It is a side effect from my medication. I can't help it. It is just, yeah. Thankfully, it's getting better. It isn't every 5 seconds as it was in the beginning. It's okay, Francesca. I know that a lot of people are yawning when others are yawning. See, we talk about it. I found out lately if I talk about it, I yawn more. If I just ignore it completely, um, there could, you know, be like almost hours between a yawn, but apparently not today. Yeah. And that isn't the most annoying one of the side effects, I can tell you. I think the other one is TMI, maybe. I did warn my sister in law yesterday before she came about it, and she laughed. I was like, well, I find it embarrassing. Yawning is not as bad, but the other one isn't fun. I kind of try to stay home because it's no fun. Oh yeah, and I have started weaning off my methadone, so kind of excited to see how that one's going. Nina, my week has been busy. Well, the beginning of my week has been busy. Then I had 2 days when I couldn't do anything, and then Friday and yesterday has been okay, and today I'm tired. I mean, I talked with my when was that? That had to be Wednesday. Yeah. My nurse from the pain clinic called me, to check in on how I was doing with my new medication and blah, 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 all the things. And then she was like, how I was doing. And I said, yeah, I'm okay, but I'm hurting today because I was a little too active on Monday. Oh, you need to take care of yourself and don't overdo it. And like, I darn well know that. But sometimes I choose to do things anyway, despite me knowing that it will cost me a few days of extra pain. Yeah, well, you can't do that too often. I know that. I mean, sweet little woman, I have been in pain for the past 43 years. I know that. Leslie, weaning off the methadone sounds difficult. Not so far. I've been removing half a tablet since Wednesday then. And then next week, which would be Wednesday, I'm supposed to remove another half. So that is where I'm beginning to see, ooh, that might be interesting. So far, it isn't any big deal. Um, and then if it's too fast, I have to, um, take a half off every 14th day instead of every 7th day. So, yeah. And they do think that the methadone isn't working anymore. So, I mean, if that is how it is, then it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it is in my system, so it might be. I mean, I can't just do cold turkey. Um, so yeah, but it is kind of, it's a little nerve wracking. I've been on this for 10 years, and well, but yeah, she told me you could do. Um, I have another medication called baclofen. That one would actually. But there you are. Morning. I saw you hours ago writing good morning to other people. It is, Angie. Changing is hard, and all the side effects is ugh. So yeah. Um, but another one of my medications is actually one that could help if you get withdrawals from removing methadone. So she was like, so if you feel too bad, you can just take an extra pill of those. I'm like, wait. So you're just saying that I can just take an extra one of those? It's like, yeah, okay, okay. And then they have these. It's called nada in Danish, where you put tiny, tiny needles in your ear and on your ear, which scares the bejesus out of me because I hate needles. Well, not just hate them. I'm having a phobia of needles. Um, So yeah, that's gonna be interesting if that is what they're gonna suggest. Nina, what's going to happen once you're out of the methadone? I don't know. I mean, I'm on new medication, so hopefully nothing will happen, and the new medicine is all I need. Maybe, I don't know. They have one other medicine that is a possibility, but I need to get off of the morphine because they can before they can try those. And methadone is morphine. The new ones is both antidepressants, which is I mean, I find it. I was like, I had to read. I'm like, how come that antidepressants are working as a painkiller for nerve pain? And it is because for some reason the antidepressant is numbing the nerves. So that is why um, you can use it as medication against nerve pain. Oh, thank you, Francesca. Yeah, I'm hoping for the best as well. Nina asking if it's Lyrica. I have no idea. It's David that's told me that's what the doctor said, and I've totally forgot it. I think my ears were hearing weaning of methadone, and the rest of it just over my head. So I can't remember. But I'll have to have a doctor's meeting again eventually. I don't know. I mean, if it's too hard to get out of the methadone, I will get one sooner rather than later. But yeah. Robert, you take 5 pills a day. I have, oh, how many am I up to now? So, yeah. If I remove the methadone, I'm having 7 just a night. And then, I don't know. But I've been sitting here trying to figure out what to do about this canvas. Tried looking at a site I bought from and nothing about if you have a problem with your canvas. What company is that? And what canvas is it? I mean, I would contact the company no matter what. So yeah. But I have to say, I mean, I'm not. In the beginning, when they told me I needed to wean off of methadone, I was terrified. I mean, I haven't, you know, um, but yeah, it's just now that I've got new medicine, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. It's just the weaning off that's going to be hard. So yeah. Francesca, same thing you were talking to me about. I thought you had that figured out. Oh, different canvas. So you have had several canvases that have been bothering you? I wonder which canvases that is. I'm curious. I mean, it's something totally new to me. I'm never curious at all, but now I'm curious. Oh, it almost succeeded in looking like this never happened before. Oh dear. But I'm not Francesca. I'm never curious. I just need to know everything. That's not being curious at all, by the way. I just have to know everything. Huh? Well, it isn't calling out if it's just in a small group, We're not that many in here. Exactly, Nina. Oh, Francesca, you haven't seen me being sarcastic yet. I am. Yeah, I can be horrible sometimes. I mean, I try not to be because I'm really sarcastic. If if people seem, I don't know, blunt somehow, I don't know. Okay, Berta. I wonder if it's the same one that everybody else have had issues with lately. And you have a dry sarcasm. I don't know what mine is, but it's there and it's working perfectly. Snike, you have 4 more bags to go. Go, go, you can do it. Yeah, it is a fair approach to go. Oh, I can, Paige. Absolutely. I don't put anything out there that I can't get back. I mean, I love teasing and I love getting it right back. I mean, that is one of the things that make me live is when people don't get upset and just serve it right back at you. Okay, but yeah, Snaggy is making good progress on all her door and all her folding clothes. Nina, your daughters called you and asked me all kind of weird things because I know a lot of unuseful things. Yeah, well, me too, but I mean, I used to know God knows how many things. Then I got stress and high levels of pain, and now I don't know squat. Well, I do, but my memory isn't as good as it used to be, sadly. But I still have a lot of non useful stuff in my head. And other times, the things that I really need to remember just go right over my head. Paid Bender is a lot of fun, but I feel like I need to know the person a bit first. Mm, that does help because then you know how much or how little this person can handle. But sometimes I can meet a complete stranger, and you just know that this is a person that you can, challenge each other. Yeah. I know a lot of stuff. Oh, thank you, Francesca. Oh, I mean, some people I have taken, I've taken them aback because, um, you're sitting somewhere and people are asking, um, this works in Danish. So sometimes with, if you're sitting and eating, people will go like, "Can I beg of you to reach me the salt?" Something like that. That is the best translation. And then I would go like, "Yes, please start begging or pray." I think no, the best would be, see, that doesn't work in English. That the direct translation would be, "Can I pray of you to give me the salt?" It sounds horrible in English. Oh, anyway. And then I would go, "Yes, start praying." And then sometimes they're looking at me and go, "Huh?" You say, "Can I pray of you to give me the salt?" Oh, it did make sense. Okay, it's okay, Paige. I mean, it's hilarious. And then other times it like, "Can you reach the salt?" And I would reach out and say, "Yes." I mean, they did ask if I could reach it. Oh, did you? Nina, like Lake Visada Jax talks about, that wasn't even constructed until 3 years. Yeah. I think it's different when you are in chat than when you can see the person, etc. too. Sometimes the word are lost. Absolutely, Angie. It needs to be live, you know? Things are so easily misunderstood if you're just writing to and fro. I would have to know that person really well to do it on writing. But face to face, I'm all about it. I'm like, the best part is if you both agree on it and it just flies back and forth. I mean, like yesterday, David and I were cooking, and we were like, lightly teasing each other, and and then sister-in-law would be like, do you two know each other? Like, what? No, 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 no. We've only been knowing each other for the past 23 years. How did that? I mean, yeah, 23 years. That is more than half my life by now. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? In a few years, um, people would be like, if for instance, this wouldn't happen at all, but if David would complain to my mom about something, she'd be like, yeah, well, you have had her longer than me. I know my grandma did that to my mom. She was complaining to my paternal grandmother about something that my dad did, and then my paternal grandmother just looked at her and quite stern faced. Well, you've had him longer than me, so maybe it's something you did. I mean, my dad ran off to not join the army, but to sail the world around when he was, how old was he? 15, 16, I think. 14. He ran off from home. So, I mean, she only had her son home at 14 years. So, yeah, yeah. So, this September, we've been together for 20 years. So, that means in a few years, we've been together longer than any of us. No, 3 years, I think. Yeah, we've been together for more than half our lives. Oh, dear. Sometimes I just feel old. I mean, then you meet people who've been together since they were like 14, 15, 16, and then I don't feel so. Well, yeah, then I do feel old, but I mean, they can have relationships lasting 30 years by the age I have, and then I feel like, darn it. I mean, I was out very, very late then. I mean, can you imagine being together with someone you've been together with since you were 13 or 14? I didn't even have a boyfriend back then. I mean, at 13 or 14, I wasn't interested in boys at all. So, no, I mean, that wouldn't have happened. I think maybe I was just weird. That's quite possible. I was a weird child and teenager. Snuggy, you were a tomboy at that age? Oh, me too. I was, I think, even up to when I met, no, not when I met David, but when we started dating, I was I wasn't the most feminine, I think. I loved having short hair. I absolutely hated girly colors. Um, Dresses were like no go at all, unless I had to go to a party or a wedding or something. Then I would wear a dress, of course. Um, yeah, I mean, when I started dating David, I had like half a centimeter of hair on my head. Then since then, I grew out my hair and I started wearing girly colors and I wore dresses and yeah. Francesca was a tomboy too. Angie, when I was little, I was all about the dresses. Oh, that's cute. My mom wanted me to wear dresses, but I wanted to climb threes, trees and stuff like that, like my friends. So I tied my dresses up around my midriff, and then I climbed the trees. And then my mom would give me pants instead of dresses. It took her a while, but hey, Anonymous, it's okay. It's good to see you too. So many tomboys in here. I mean, ugh, I hated being put in a dress because it was restrictive and you couldn't do anything. And no, it took my mom a while to figure out, that I just tied it around my midriff because then people would see my panties. And that was horrible in her years, in her views. So I either got on leggings, and those would be dirty as well because for some reason they had to be white. And I mean white and climbing trees and running around in the forest. That isn't the best combo, right? So yeah, it's the same with stockings. I mean, why would you give your child white stockings? And plus, I ripped them when I fell, and I think I must have been quite expensive in clothes because he insisted on dressing me like a girl. I mean, and then Mrs. Cool, my worst nightmare was wearing a dress, and still is. I like dresses today. My biggest issue today is that I have fat thighs, so I need to wear leggings or something. But I love dresses. Francesca, your mom tried very hard to have me be a princess, but it just wasn't me. Yeah, me too. You should just have done like me, Francesca. Tied it up around your midriff and climbed the trees and everything, and then you would have been put on pants. My mom hated it. And all the yelling that I got out of it, and I just didn't care. I mean, like, give me the pants, give me the t shirts, give me the sneakers, and let me be like all the other boys. Yeah, let me be like the boys. And I mean, I lived in a house full of boys. How could I not be a tomboy, right? My best friends were three other boys. I mean, yeah. And when I got in school and got a girlfriend, she was a tomboy as well. So that didn't help a lot. But she did play with Barbies and stuff like that, which I liked as well. But they had jeans and stuff on as well. They weren't feminine Barbies. You wore cowboy boots and jeans. I don't even think we had cowboy boots over here for children. Angie, I can't remember the last time I wore a dress. Probably at work Christmas party before the 2020 thing. I had on a dress, was it last Saturday, past Saturday, a few weeks ago, when we went to the double 25-year-old, 25 birthday for some family. That's the last time I wore a dress. And before that, it was Easter. Yeah, I liked it today. I mean, had you told me that when I was a kid, I would have been looking at you like, what? Are you stupid or something? I lost one of them. Nina wrote. Sorry, Nina. I have to go up. Uh, I lost one of yours, Nina. Hold on. Uh, I can't find it, Nina. Who only wanted the most girly clothes with lace and fringes? I can't find the one you wrote before then. Never mind. One of your daughters, I think. Nina, you wore whatever your dad told me. Whatever your dad told you. Well, I think had I been more afraid of my mom, I would have done that as well. But I mean, I got a lot of sass and temper from my parents. Well, they still had theirs, but I still got it. So, despite my mom's attempt to terrorize me, I was talking back, and no matter what she did, I still had my own personal will and opinions. I mean, yeah, you girls have always got to choose themselves. That is a good thing. I mean, sometimes it can be a little, if they get to choose everything themselves, then you'll never get anything done. But yeah, I was very, very. Uh, I had a bad temper as a child. But I mean, how can I have not have that? I mean, both of my parents have a horrible temper. Um, but I mean, I am the child that bit my teacher's arm at 6 because I didn't want to do something she asked me to do. So I bit her. I feel so sorry today. But that's the child that I was. I mean, because everything at home was so strict and I don't know, fearful for some reason. It was kind of like I reacted when I was away from home. Yeah. Francesca, you had your own personal will as a child, but needless to say, my parents always won. Oh, I mean, my mom won in the end, but that didn't stop me from answering back and lashing out. I mean, you are talking to the child that told her mom as a 7-year old, I would wish you die. And I I meant that. I'd wish she died because then I would have a more peaceful life. I mean, that is normal, is it? And when I tell people, they kind of go, "What?" Like that is the childhood that I had. So yeah, and I'm not complaining and I'm not whining about it, but it's the fact. Also, the child that said that I'd wish my parent would be divorced and I would move in with my dad. And even younger, I had this book about a girl that had to move to a facility for children. If your parent got sick or something and you had to move in, um, if where you put children that is being removed from home either voluntarily or not. And I had this book about it, what happened, if you should move in there, and it was kind of I don't know if it was glorified or if it really was how it was back in the 80s. I don't know. But my mom would often threaten me, like, if you don't do this and this and this, I will send you to one of those home for children. And when I was around 4, 5, and she threatened me again, I went in and I packed a little suitcase, came out and said, okay, when are we going? That's the day she stopped threatening me. So yeah, Paige is back. Yay! Welcome back, Paige. So yeah, that wasn't an easy childhood, but that also explains who I am today, I think. And at least it has given me a lot of uh, will to live, I mean, and also I don't take a lot of crap from people, but also I have a lot of empathy. And the bad thing is, I would do almost everything for others, including forgetting myself. I mean, if people need something, I'll do it. And I won't be thinking about, what it does to me. I've gotten better at saying no. That has taken me quite a while to learn that one, that it is okay to say no. But yeah. Linda, you think we all had moments like that as kids? I think we forgot about it. Maybe. Maybe. Dawn, you're working and lurking. That is more than okay. I mean, I think you're right, Linda, but the difference is how your childhoods were in general. Um, like my parents were both emotionally, um, what is the word of it? Emotionally immature. I've been reading about it um, a lot lately, and it all makes sense. And how they treated me and my brother also made a lot of sense. He was the golden child, and I was the black sheep. It was my fault that he couldn't read. I mean, how could it be my fault? So yeah. Angie, you have to go for family things. That is okay, Angie. Let's talk later. Oh, thank you, Nina. Thank you. That means a lot. I hope you know that I love you too. Take care, Angie. But yeah, that's my childhood for you. And no matter what we grew up in, it makes us the people we are today. Talk soon, Angie. Hope everything is okay with the family stuff. Oh, you have a pain brain too, Nina. The Danglish one is interesting. It's just not easy for people to understand it. I think it's fun try to translate some of these Danish sayings into English, because sometimes I'm like, that doesn't make sense at all. But it's the same when I have something, a saying in English and then try to translate it into Danish. I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. We should have more that's the same. That will be a lot easier, really. But then again, I love the difference in culture, and I don't know. Leslie, I recently watched your first video and it sounded like you had to fight your whole life to get what you need. It's good to see you still have a good attitude. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, it was a fight. Um, but it made me stronger. So sometimes, you see on Facebook, you have these pictures of let's say a red and a blue button that you have to choose, and one of them would be like you get the ability to go back in time and change some things, so life would be easier and better for you, but with all the knowledge that you have um, at the age you have today. And that means you could go back and change things so your recent life would be better, or you can have this amount of money. And a lot of people think that I would choose, to go back and make sure that um, everything was taken care of with my health and stuff like that. And I go, no, because I actually like my life, and everything I've been through has made me the person that I am today. And I like the person that I am today. Yes, there is struggles every day and blah, 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 but I still have a good life. Despite the bad days, despite the pain, everything, I enjoy my life. I have people in my life that I love and that loves me, hopefully. And I made this channel and I've had it for a year, and I love all of you following me. Um, so yeah, I mean, why would I want to change anything? I mean, God knows what would happen if you went back in time, right? Then I wouldn't have met. Maybe I wouldn't have met David. Maybe I would have gotten injured in some other way. Who knows? And I wouldn't have known all of you. So yeah, that was well put, Francesca. Oh, thank you, Francesca. I mean, it would be more sad if I was sitting in a corner crying, right? Exactly, Nina. If I go back, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Like I said, I like the person that I am. Don't you have a good life despite the pain, also? I mean, it's just a matter of not letting it choose your life. Choose your own life and don't let the pain win. Ooh, exciting, Berta. I hope everything works out in the end. I really do hope that. Hmm. Yeah. So no more sad talking, right? I mean, I don't know how I ended up there. Anyway, Berta, what are you working on? I mean, Berta always have like 10 canvases going. Berta, I didn't ask you, what did you get yesterday? Did you get anything? I mean, you would have to have gotten at least 5, right? Nina, I haven't taken that away from my dad, but one thing I always remember is that no matter what, there's always something good to take away from it. Sometimes you just have to look at it very hard. Yes. Dawn God, Moon Goddess, I believe firmly that if one door closes, another one opens. Yeah. She was amazing, Dawn. She was so beautiful, and I put her on my wish list. Um, but I didn't need more than 2. I was like, I'm very strict. I mean, I would have only gotten 1 until that Spankler one came. I would just have gotten 1, but then, yeah. It is a pretty one, Francesca. She's amazingly beautiful. I mean, to me, she reminds me of Josephine Wall, but more, I don't know, different. 7, but 2 of 1 because a friend asked. Interesting. I hope you'll send pictures. I want to see which ones. Francesca, you want to try an Orloa next? Interesting. Which one? I have been thinking about trying a carrot art. Maybe. I mean, I am trying to get a little fewer of, some more of my recent ones done, just for the heck of it. But yeah, but I mean, or the funny thing is, people have always told me that Oraloa originally came from France. So I was like, oh, that means that maybe the French website has the at least the same products as the Canadian one. But I can tell you, no, the Canadian one has a lot more stuff on the webpage that the French one does. I mean, who was it that told me all about how you can buy these big package of crystals and I don't know what on the web page? Then I went looking on the French one and I was like, yeah, we have 20 colors of rhinestones, or was it ABs? I don't know. But it wasn't even, close to the things that you could get on the Canadian side. So that was disappointing. But the carrot.art page have a lot of beautiful artwork. Um, Dawn, you thought Oraloa was Hawaiian? Really? I've always heard that it's French. I don't know if it's Hawaiian. I don't know. I read somewhere, was it one creator that told in a video that it was French? Maybe Bev? I don't know. It's been a while since I heard it. Um, but at least, anyway, I mean, they have a lot more on the Canadian one. And that is what it is. I mean, at least we got some companies over here. So, yeah. And what else? What else am I going to try one day? Yeah, exactly, Francesca. The logo is Hawaiian looking. That little, I don't know, dancing funny man. He reminds me of some of that you Egyptian men, with their arms doing all these weird ones. Yeah, it is French, right? So how come that the Canadian page has a lot more than the French one? That doesn't make any sense in my head. I don't know. I don't know. And we do have two German companies, right? Yeah, we have the carrot.art and then we have diamond painting Deutschland. So Burdagard standing strong. Home is where the magic is by times two. No, two times moon goddess. Ooh, Pegasus constellation. Moon catcher spirit lands castle. Home is where the magic is. That's the Spangler one, right? Yes. Moon goddess is beautiful. Eventually, I will get her. They have an artist, Laura Fel- Felipon. Yeah, that's. I need to look her up, Francesca. Paige, I thought Oraloa was Canadian, friends. That might be. Paige, I can understand the confusion with Hawaii since they're using tiki images and such. Yeah. Oraloa also has some gorgeous Hanelins. I have never bought one, but one of them might catch my eye. See, the thing is, I don't really. I mean, Hannah Lynn's are beautiful. The same with the event that's going on in August. The Micah Jolina. I mean, they're beautiful. These girls, but it's not my taste. And I know that is, that is the beautiful thing of it. That we can have different tastes and still be friends. I mean, hopefully, a lot of people can figure out to be friends. Okay, but Talk to you later. But yeah, I mean, those big eyed girls, they're cute, they're adorable, but not my style. Everybody is saying bye bye, Berta. What are all of you going to do the rest of your day? I mean, for some of you, the half of the day has gone already, but you still have a lot of daytime left. I can't remember when is the sun going down over here. At 10 or something? So we still have a few hours left of sunshine. I might go out in the patio. Dawn, you're gonna diamond paint? That sounds like an amazing idea. Francesca is about to go outside and do some yard work. Also a great idea. Paige is going to get ice cream with your partner, maybe game a little, then sleep. Good idea. And Francesca is going to diamond paint tonight. I mean, you all have amazing things to do for the rest of your day. I don't know. I'm gonna take a shower and then I don't know. Diamond paint, listen to my audiobook. Maybe. I think. So many possibilities. But yeah, I love this summertime because it feels like the days are longer. I mean, you still have 24 hours, but for some reason it feels like you have more time. I don't know. It's a weird, um, not a weird feeling, but it's a weird sense, right? That, I mean, the time is the same, but it still feels different. Nina, you're gonna do a lot of diamond painting the next few days. You haven't been able to the past week. Oh, I'm sorry, Nina. Which diamond paintings are you doing at the moment? Itch on my leg. Oh, have I shown you all my little thingy that I bought from AliExpress? Yikes, scissor running away. Isn't it fun? I love that you can move it around so you can get anything you need. I mean, I have all my putty in here and my pens. Well, most of my pens because I'm still using a few. And I love that you can turn it around. I still have a lot of my waxes over here because I couldn't get room for all of them. But yeah. Ooh, Dawn, you're doing a mystery painting of a landscape? More questions. Okay, Francesca. Which one is it, Dawn? Oh, no, Nina, I'm sorry. I think if you have drills that are stacked together, get a little pill bottle and a little coin. That helps them to get unstuck, well, most of the time. And for God's sake, don't use a glass bottle. You get little itty bitty glass shards everywhere in your drills. Trust me, I've done it. Snuggy, I just finished a painting yesterday. It was coffee cup with a butterfly that was white in background. Oh, that sounds cute, Snuggy. Dawn number 11. I need to go take a look at that one. It's funny we got to talk about it yesterday when my sister-in-law was here. How the taste is different. Like I said, I have never tried a landscape because they don't really speak to me. I mean, maybe in 5 years it'll change, but right now I'm like I can see the beauty in all these landscapes. but they don't speak to me. So, Francesca, all right. When you all go to diamond painting website, how many of you actually look at the one page with the sofa or bed that shows you the size of your diamond painting, and to the page that shows you the toolkit content all around the diamond painting with the tiny photo of the drills next to the canvas? I never go to the sofa one, never. Oh, Joel McIntyre. Okay, Don. Nina, try doing as I did. I did the same as you, and it hurt my fingers. Plus, it can hurt the table. You have a shot on your YouTube, Snikey? Okay, I'll take a look at it. You look at anything, Snaggy? Okay. Anonymous is cool. I finished Fuji Flora last week. Now I'm doing a partial Jockey and the Magic books. That one is adorable. Yeah, Fuji Flora is gorgeous. So, Paste, look at all of them. Leslie, look at all the pictures. Sophie, hi. I seem sad? No, I'm tired. How are you doing, sweetie? I'm just tired. It's been a rough week. So yeah, I don't look at the sofa one. Do I look at the other one? Sometimes. Sometimes when I look at the older paintings, I go in and see, have they made an update so it has the new toolkit? But I think that is it. Dawn is loving the Fuji Flora. Everybody's saying hi to Sophie, which is a good thing. Sophie, we talked about it earlier when Anthony was in here, that I have to go get all my stuff for the cross stitch conversion. I need to get them. And how he had just bought the Bosch one from Jade, and how big it was. I mean, I would be totally overwhelmed by a canvas that is 120 by 130. I mean, cut it down the middle, and I'll be just fine. But that big, no, 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 no. Anonymous, I embellished the little hut. It turned out amazing. The little hut. Oh, okay. Sophie, I've been working on that lunar mouth. Oh, that one is beautiful, Sophie. Sophie is going to do a mini um, Jasmine Beckett Griffith. How is it gone? Nee, Jetty Gem Shop. Sorry for the event. I honestly don't have as much time as I had last year. Is it because of work? I mean, you do have a lot of things to do for your work right now, right? I need to remember that it's JBS and JGS. I'm always stumbling about those. So sometimes I'm like, is that Jade or is it? Eventually I will learn or not. I just keep stumbling, as always. Oh yeah, those little ones, they're so adorable. Yeah, those work hours. It must be hard in the military, right? Because everything is changing depending on what is going on in the world and in the US. I just read an article today because of the entire situation in the Ukraine. Um, uh, the US Army has had, in the beginning, it was 250 soldiers and personnel stationed here in Denmark, to ship over. Um, I don't know if it's tanks and I don't know, a lot of military gear. So they were like stationed in the harbor in Esbjerg, which is about an hour away from here. And then they had an interview with a young lieutenant, I think, about how they have been received and how he liked Denmark and stuff like that. And it was actually really, really interesting to read it because, it's always fun to see how other the people from other countries sees my country. And I'm like, he kind of saw our country in a little, pink colors because the Danish people are so happy and we so love to help each other. And I'm like, I'm sorry, who have you been talking to? mm, Paige, your partner is here, so I have to go. Was lovely talking to you all as always. Ah, thank you, Paige. Hopefully, I'll see you next week. And say hello to your partner. Let him diamond paint a little. Right? Bye, Paige. It was good seeing you. Yes, Sophie. It's like so interesting. But can you imagine? It's kind of like they had this little tent camp and then living on the harbor. I was like, can't they at least make it a nice place? But everything has to be fenced in because of the tanks and the helicopters and all the stuff. I was like, well, yeah, you could have that fenced in and then let the soldiers live nice. Anyway, that lieutenant, it was his second time in Denmark, and he wanted one day when he was 32, I think, and he doesn't have wife and kids yet, but he want to. And then one day he hoped to bring his family back to Denmark and Esbjerg, to show them this is here I was um sent to help protect Ukraine and NATO. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, 32 is a little late, right? I mean, no, I don't know. I don't know. What is late to start a family over there? I mean, my brother was 38 when he had his daughter, but her mom is 10 years younger, so she was 28. Um, and I know men can be older than women, but I don't know. I find it difficult. Personally, I think that my brother was too old. But then again, Snaggy, you had your first child at 30. Yeah, that isn't bad. I mean, but when our parents was young, most had their children around 20. But today, everybody needs to be ready. You know, you have to be done with school. You mean entirely done with school. You have to have your education. Then you need to have your house or whatever, and you need to have a car. And I'm like, you're never gonna be prepared or ready to have a child. I mean, then if you have to be everything, then you'll always find something new that you need to prepare for before you can, and then eventually you're too old. Anonymous, my son just graduated. He is in the process of joining the US Army. Oh, congratulations with him graduating. I mean, if he really wants to join the army, I hope he gets in. Over here, they have massive issues with people um, joining the army. We have young men has to enlist for, is it 9 months? Maybe 9 months to a year, depending on which area. But people don't want to stay, and also because they make it so hard. You have to when you've been enlisted, you need to educate yourself as a sergeant, and then also you need the sergeants to educate the people who's enlisted. And apparently, we don't have enough sergeants if we need to have more enlist into the army. And at the same time, they make it more and more hard to educate people to be a sergeant. And I'm getting a headache trying to figure out how how they can solve all their issues. Um, but yeah, we need army people in Denmark, and we're making it very very hard to get them, which is silly in my world. But yeah, I don't get it. I remember back when I was young. I don't feel old, but back when I was young, and everybody was talking about, yeah, girls, women should also enlist as the young men are. And everybody was like, yeah, well, then you need to have the facilities to have women enlist, because they didn't have, bathrooms or rooms for women. They would more or less have to bunk with the men, and they wouldn't have, their own bathrooms and everything. So, no, it wasn't possible back then. They had like maybe two rooms for women, and they wanted all the women to enlist just like the men. And I remember saying, and by the way, I would never have gotten in with all of this. Um, but I remember telling them, yeah, that would be an issue with the temper I have, because the first time a sergeant would scream at me in my face, I would ask him to tell me again nicely. Otherwise, I wouldn't do anything. Yeah, I had temper issues that back then. But yeah, I don't know if I would have ever been accepted. I don't think so. With all these health issues, and I can't run. I've never been able to run because of whatever. I can't really run. I can jog, in a slow. I can just run very, very slow, or jog or whatever. I can't like run 100 meter in 10 seconds. Yeah, yeah. I can see people are slowly trickling out, leaving me all alone. So maybe it's about time to end it today. We've been here almost 2 hours, which is amazing. I love talking to you. I know, Dawn, you're here. But yeah, I think it might be. What is Sophie saying? Military is really picky. They make us do a bunch of tests, physical, medical checkups, blood work before boot camp. Exactly. And you have to do all these you have to prove that you're still fit. You talked about that in one of your whipping chats, I think. Sophie, my summer with the master's kid will be amethyst. I was just talking about it earlier, like I didn't know which one, and I decided it has to be amethyst because I've had that one for the longest. See, Francesca has to go too. Yeah, of course, anonymous. Thank you, Nina. You have to go too. Yes, Sophie, it's beautiful, but so is idleness. So it was hard to choose. But yeah, I will be looking forward to seeing you all again next Sunday, hopefully. And otherwise, I hope you'll enjoy your week. And I hope you'll see my whipping chat on Tuesday. I don't think I have a lot to talk about. Otherwise, I'm just going to yapping as always, since I've told you the most of my week. But yeah, thank you for being here. I enjoy talking to you, and I love Francesca's questions. It is always so interesting to see what she has for questions for today. It's always interesting to hear what questions she has this week. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. Bye. See you next week. Bye. Love you all. See you. Have a great week.